Ooh, pointy finger. Okay, so today I'm playing Slay the Princess. There we go. Oh, I got rid of it. But it was just a warning, this is a horror game. And there are flashing images and lights in it, so if you are sensitive to that, it's probably best not to watch. But yeah. I know there's a bunch of different endings, and I think I'm only gonna try and go through one main branch this time. But yeah. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Ooh. What controls you have? Space, that's something choices. Interface, access the game. Whoa, okay. Self-forcing. Oh, that was easy. Alrighty. Preferences. Oh, that is all the way up already? Oh, we can just turn that off. That's great. We'll just turn that off. Let me just make sure this is pretty cool. Alright, new game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing Princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget this, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet! I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution. Sign up for the time. We're just gonna go the Slay the Princess route.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him.
Oh, whoopsies, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Accidentally skipped through it.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Oh,
It'd be
you
rather
have the knife
difficult
in
to
your
slay
hand
the
now.
princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi! Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you? Continue downstairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, or slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Oh, there's blood on the cursor knife!
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Now there's no more knife.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is, she's dead. I'm not sure, I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not, that was too easy. Of course it is,
Yes,
she's dead.
exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Kids, we just killed somebody?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Ooh.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Come here! Wanna? Come here! You're ridiculous.
What
happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
The narrator's a freak. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. That's bullshit.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Doubtful.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Where else is there to go? Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no! You have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. We like it here. Well, I don't like it here.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh, the one stuck in the corpse?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? That's the point. Anything to get the hell out of here. To get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. No, we're gonna get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Eternity of boredom? Interesting word choice, though.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
The knife is back! The cursors for this are really cool.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Ooh, the sound effects. Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard, you're in it for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. But I killed myself. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
That's assuming she's still alive. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Except I very easily killed the princess.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too.
Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
Okay, hold on. I'm turning down... Oh, no, that would be the sound volume. Maybe I can hear them easier now.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I'm not talking about how there's another voice.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
In the void!
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Just stay focused, will you?
Let's talk about the princess, proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. Talking about the princess won't go anywhere, so to the cabin!
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She won't be a problem.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Oh! Yeah, the door and the table changed. And the mirror and the tattered walls. But also there's no shutters on these windows.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror, take the blade. Didn't say anything about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body, so we can be done with this.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. You're right. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. I care about whether
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin's different than the last time. Approach, take the blade. Cabin's different.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Approach the mirror!
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I wonder if there's a significance to our character not being human.
But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Take the blade!
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would
probably be doing her a favor.
Where they... I guess a banister could be useful, even if there are walls.
The room below is silent.
Because she's dead.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
You can hear the confusion in the narrator's voice, too.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Really?
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Sorry.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Assuming you can kill a ghost. Say the princess, wait and see how things play out. We're gonna slay the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Wow, I totally didn't see that coming.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me. Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Debatable. I died too.
You don't look dead, Keller.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Oh, there's a slight echo to her words.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? we could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Interesting that they didn't refer to him as the narrator. What if I say no? This would just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? Don't do that. Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world. Sounds great, let's do it! The answer's no. I need to think on this. Before I agree to anything.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over.
She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Obviously it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart? What are you going to do if I have to get out of here? Well, were you going to end the world? You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world? That's technically not the question we asked, if you want to be, like, literal. I'm not cold, I'm just dumb. No, I did that on purpose. Obviously it was wrong with
So
me.
there really was a last time, and you really did manage to slay her. I would have liked to think I was the first, but there's no point living in denial. The first? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic. Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
And what was that?
That's right, Killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
Oh, what are you going to do if I help you out of here? Well, were you going to end the world? You didn't answer my question. Oh, I got rid of one of the, choices. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
Death, technically.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that, either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Well, were you going to?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Didn't answer my question.
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer my question. If you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does.
Shut up!
We're
I'm
not
talking to
asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Return, leave it at that. Oh, okay. I killed you, what are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Oh, do you know why?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. And not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Killed you, stop playing the victim. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that in one. That is such a weird. That's like. There's a word for that I can't think of right now. That's a horrible thing to say to someone you just murdered. Sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? If I didn't talk to you, you're dead. At least mostly dead, what can you do to hurt me? After this. Oh my god. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say teleported, it wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Well, Hero doesn't understand sarcasm.
She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
You can walk through, if you can go through walls, can't you sleep on your own? She already answered that. Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? I'm sorry I killed you.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
True.
When a hero slays a monster, does he apologise to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong. Aside from, apparently, killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Alright, let's go! I still like that one. Okay, I've given it a thought. Let's get you out of here.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
I love making him mad. Ooh.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
In a minute. Oh, I don't like that sound.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Not doing that again.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't. or she wouldn't have commented on it.
The hero's kind of stupid.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
In the mind?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yes.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
It does.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Not you.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
That's more lore than I was expecting the first time around.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, dumbass.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
And I've still got the knife.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone.
Oh, that's the word I was thinking of earlier.
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
No, it definitely is. I can't think straight. There's too much noise. Slay the princess. Leave the basement. I'd said we leave. We're leaving.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
It depends on your context of the word. Meaning of the word?
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
I made a choice, and I'm sticking to it.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
First of all, that's not how that door worked.
Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... Yes?
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
Oh, I like how they did that. The sound design on this is very nice. Because his voice faded out at the end.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
All right. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
Pick up a passenger and take you to your destination. Hitchhiker. Nice. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Guessing not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Surprising nice end for the straight out murder. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how how'd we even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. We've established that. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Where's the mirror? Approach
I'm
it.
begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. Ignore him. You have to look.
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
It looks empty.
Ignore him. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Ooh, it's you. That is creepy as hell to look at. It's a lot of feathers. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know if the world's beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack. Destroy your body. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But you were always the But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Okay. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Do you know what the world's beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? What if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? How many more pieces?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Alright, let's go.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the specter to her, an evanescent vessel.
You're on a path in the woods,
The real
and at the end of that
Okay.
path is a cabin.
Yes.
And in the basement...
Nope! You consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Yes! What I want to do is kill her again, but
You
don't
make your
let her
way
hitch a
up
ride.
the short path to the cabin.
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna skip through all the dialogue real quick.
The interior of the cabin is all...
Good.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Just
You
kill
step
her
forward.
real quick.
You lunge forward.
Oh, you're not allowed to do that one. Interesting. Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
That is a low-cut dress.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
What?
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That was quick. Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Did he say she was unarmed the first time? Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? I think I asked that already.
A warning. She will lie.
Yes,
It couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
The path up there is weird.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Technically, it's just a dirty mirror. Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Into this one. Ooh.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
A lot of wood for just one single pair of stairs.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
technically it could just be the chains.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Oh, she's not dead this time.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I like to trust you, but you're so suspicious right now. You're just talking through. I don't have the key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we should both just let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from killing the world, and you killed me last time from being stabbed in the heart. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? Okay, fine. I'm coming close for you. You better not try anything. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. What happened after you died last time?
That's funny. You're funny. I'm not dead, so I can't have died.
Yeah.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
This game has so many different fracturing points. And it's very interesting that the main choices you have... Nobody likes the narrator. You have basically 3 different choices. It's... kill the princess, let the princess out, or don't do anything, just leave the cabin. And then all of the different routes split from there. And you're making the same choices over and over again. But depending the order you do them in, will give you different stories.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
You can hear them fine, right? Because the volume's up all the way on this for the voices, but it's kind of hard to hear sometimes. But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence.
Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Oh, is it? Oh! Weird. I wonder what that is. Hold on, let me... God, I hope it's still recording. That would be awkward if it wasn't. Oh, okay, hold on. No, that didn't. Yeah, technical difficulties. Okay, hold on, that's so weird. Oh, I'm guessing it's cutting off some of the dialogue, maybe? I can't seem to, maybe it's a game thing. Hold on. Maybe if I full screen it. Wait, hold on. Don't do that. Oh, that didn't like that at all. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Well, now I can't. But if I full screen it, I can't see anything else. I can't pull this up. I think that fixed it, because that looks to be what I'm seeing. Okay, good. Yeah, you can see all of the dialogue now, can't you? Yeah. I'd like to trust you, but you're so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh?
Yeah, I might be able to... Can I fix that? There we go. Oh wait, it's on the other side now. Oh my god, that's making it worse. You know what? It'll be fun.
Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Well, that's what you said the last time.
You know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Let's... Screw it! Slay the princess!
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Hers, at first.
Oh.
Then yours.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit us with?
A knife, probably.
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
That's freaky.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
Oh, really?
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Arms Race. Absolute BS.
You're on a path in the
Whoa.
woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
That's only in some routes.
You're what? The interior of the cabin
Whoa.
is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I didn't know we could do that.
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Just this time, or all the other times too? Oh, that's not nearly as many voices as there
This
are.
is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
I like the more times you go through it, everyone just gets annoyed with the narrator.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Maybe.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Fair enough.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat.
Blech.
From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Okay, but why does he have to describe it as meat?
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Maybe.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're going to fight her again. We're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't duck this out. I think we're a little late for that now. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you.
Oh, okay.
Ow. What a surprise. Yeah. We don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Interesting. I thought they were always there. They just only pop up. Interesting.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
True.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Go fuck yourself.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another... us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
It hasn't so far.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Which is interesting, because when you die the first time, you get 2 new ones, not 1.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me something new.
What else is there to do?
Okay, plan, now.
It's either stab you, or I get stabbed. I guess we fight. It doesn't work when she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that conspires.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Thanks.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, I didn't know there's mutually assured destruction. Chapter 4. I thought it stopped at 3.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well,
No.
Yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Shut up.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
1 made out of knives.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Is there a window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Empty your mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Don't worry, you got like 2 seconds. You do not act, and yet through the inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. Oh, okay. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I feel things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. And what if I don't want to bring you more vessels? What if I just want to wait? What if I just wait here forever? Bro got killed 4 times and goes, "Oh my god, I love you, you've been kind to me." Yeah. The invisible wall.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. Are you the same being as you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
You've been kinder. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
What do you feel about me?
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
What if I don't want to bring any more vessels?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
You've no need to wait. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the razor full to her. Oh, the hero and the princess, chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods.
Shut the fuck up. Silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yes, I know.
The interior of the cabin is almost in...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the...
Enter the basement. Gonna kill her.
The door to the basement creaks open. Good. You're still listening to reason. You step forward. You're...
Oh? No talking then?
Oh. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm not... Oh no, okay. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
No, that didn't happen last time.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
I think since this was the last option, it just cut the other two. Since you've already been down there. Since I've already been down those.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
She's wearing shoes this time? Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin. We've done this already.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever.
Alright, see ya.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It's an altar this time.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally! It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
It's round 2.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Jesus!
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes! I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
You look different. So you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like, we're both still alive. Haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Slay the princess. I know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye! You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will.
What?
You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other.
Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
I didn't really care about your opinion, mainly.
Maybe.
You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while.
Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Which I think proves the point from the first run through that he's not part of you.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy. Now, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I don't think so. Don't worry, I'm going to do a good job. You get me. You got me. Pretty much everything you just said is true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't try to lie to me. Just please take this seriously.
Agreed. We can't win unless you treat this fight with the gravity it deserves.
So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Alright, attack the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Ooh.
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
I thought we were just here to tussle.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike at her heart head on.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
That's a shot there.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
You barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Thanks.
She tosses it at your feet.
Are you jumping the gun here a little here? We each died once, so it doesn't mean we're immortal. Were you being metaphorical when you said nothing exists outside of us? There's more to the world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here. Don't you want to be free, though? Isn't there more to life than waking up chained in a basement and fighting to the death in an endless loop? Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. Pick up the blade and attack her again. You're being metaphorical.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling. That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right?
Do you want to be free, though?
You're walking a thin line, hero.
Is there more to life? When you're not here, I feel empty and alone. When we're not fighting, I feel stuck. Like there's something important I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm being shoved into a space where I don't fit. But when we fight each other, it's like this wave of feeling. Like everything I break in you and everything you break in me is important. Like we're really, truly communicating.
Life is suffering, and we will feel every inch of it, and we will persevere.
Can't say I'm a fan of whatever weird bond those two have. Nor am I. It's dangerous. But maybe you can use it to your advantage.
Oh, I get it. So you're like some sort of psychosexual sadomasochist. That makes sense. There'll always be another chance for us to kill each other. There's no getting through to you, is there? Fine. Say nothing. Okay, sure. I get it now. Let's do this. Pick up the blade and attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... Right.
We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The
princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Well, I guess I had it wrong.
You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything?
I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
But you did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world.
And what is that supposed to mean?
I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that.
Why the bloody hell not?
Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts.
What?
Princess can't die. You mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one. I'm not going to say the princess can't die. I'm not even going to think it. Lie, the princess can die. I'm not going to say it.
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work.
I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it?
Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
Where the hell are you gonna go?
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Well, I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right?
No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world?
You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her.
And what exactly can't we leave her down here?
Because all it would do is stall the inevitable.
And what's wrong with stalling?
Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this?
Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you. It's time. Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing.
You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Get up?
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More!
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Oh, there we go.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles, and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
Well, there she goes. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. Of course you're scared.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Screw that! This can't be the end. It just can't!
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Cool. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? You still not care what I bring you, or how many more vessels. Do you know what happens to the worlds?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Can't be a contradiction.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand it?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me. Even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the adversary to her. Alrighty.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the
Yes. And I think. Oh, huh. I never exited out of that. My bad. And I think I'm going to end it here. Oh, it's only been 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, I think I will end it here today, though. So, goodbye, and see you next time.